Hey guys, this is Lovin Meets with Mr. Golden Visa back in the hot seat. He has just been to the States talking about bringing their business to the UAE. It's an inspiring story. We also spoke about setting up corporate tax registration with Decisive Zone. If this is your beat, please take a listen.
And so if you have not watched the show, don't forget to tune into the Lovin Meets podcast wherever you get your podcast from, and enjoy.
Guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are back again with Mr. Golden Visa, who was recently bringing UAE business success to the States and right back to the UAE. He brings with him a special guest, Sahil Kumar, to talk about the journey and provide updates on corporate tax registration. Guys, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you.
Nice to be here
For having us.
I hope jet lag is cured. When did you get back from the States?
Oh, last Wednesday. It took me 4 days.
time.
Yeah, I was sleeping all day, late afternoon, but then now I'm good. After the weekend, I'm much better.
What's the hour difference like?
11 hours from the East Coast, and from the West Coast, it was 8.5 hours.
A lot. Okay.
Yes.
So tell us, where were you and how was the trip? How did it go?
Oh, I went to 4 different states, but
Wow.
I'll focus more on Miami and LA, where it was more of a business trip. Met a lot of interesting people. The best part is anyone you talk to and you talk about Dubai, everyone just opens their eyes. They just want to somehow be a part of Dubai.
Really?
Literally,
So
just need a way. How do we get here? How can we move our business? What can we do? Even a lot of people, to be very honest, were interested in finding a job in Dubai. That was very interesting for me to know. Like a lot of people working in massive IT companies, including Silicon Valley, they are looking at options of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. How do they can move there just because of safety, security, ease of working, how Dubai is a bling today. Everyone wants a part of it. So this was really amazing.
What was like the most common question you think you got from people about the UAE?
Mostly people were interested to know if they move to Dubai, if they will be tax affected. And another massive question, we can own a property in Dubai? People do not know that Dubai you can own a property. This is so shocking. And I'm talking about people from Hollywood that I met. They didn't know that they can own property in UAE. Other than opening business. Opening business was the easier part, but making them understand now that they can own a property in UAE was a massive eye-opener for them.
Interesting. That's 100% one of the big misconceptions, because back in the day you couldn't.
Yes, you couldn't.
So what made Decisive Zone take the trip? Like, why did you guys decide we want to go to the States to spread the word?
Well, in first quarter of 2024, we saw a lot of Americans moving here, and anyone who comes here, they want to have a foot here. They want to bring their family. They want to move here. And me personally, helping a couple of people from Miami, LA, and New York to move to UAE. That got us an eye-opener, like why nobody is actually targeting US market, because US people, they just need a helping hand to know somebody who they can trust and rely on to have a foot in Dubai. So that's why we decided, let us go there and explore and tell people, hey, we are here. This is what Dubai is all about. Dubai is opening their doors to every part of the world to have a foot here, just by giving them ease of doing business and have a better living conditions from any part of the world today.
It was also a case of getting rid of misconceptions, because a lot of times that's where people get sucked into it. So once you start sort of clarifying those doubts, it sort of eases the path into actually moving it.
And for the people who are interested, like, we know shopping, we know beach clubs, we know shawarma, but and you've kind of touched on safety, but like, what do you think is the primary factor that has caused that interest in the UAE?
I would say safety.
Yeah, safety, security of anything.
Really?
Yes, I mean, really, we are live. I cannot really give a lot of example of how my trip was in US, but I did have to go through a few events late in the evening after coming back from dinner. On the way back, like small things as being followed or somebody telling, no, you should take an Uber and do not walk on these streets. So,
But we can talk about it. I was in San Francisco.
really?
I was in San Francisco a month ago, and I was because
Christ.
yeah, and it's so wild how you see how the media portrays the West and the East, and we're so blessed to be here, and you really see it when you go
100%.
elsewhere. So maybe that's why.
100%. And okay, now that we can talk about it, literally we were on Rodeo Drive, or we were on the Hollywood Street, Hollywood Boulevard as well. We saw so many homeless people. Now, not that everybody come and attack you, but we were very scared on, can we wear our watches? Can we leave our wallets on the side hanging? Or we were literally holding our bags like this while we were walking on those streets. Late evening, the weather was so beautiful that we wanted to walk back, but the waiters and the doorman, they were like, you should not walk back on these streets. You need to take a cab and Uber and go. So safety and security is where Dubai prime over any country in the world today,
100%.
especially US, I would say.
So you've got the interest, no doubt.
Yes.
But what's the process like to actually set up a business if you're living in the States? Do you need to live in Dubai?
Go ahead.
No, you don't actually need to live here, as in form of a long time, because once you get the business set up, most of it's done remotely anyway. So once you have the numbers clarified, all the sort of security is taken care of, all you have to do is just at that point you get the paperwork sorted remotely, and then you just have to fly in for a visa, and then depending on what kind of legal employment or legal status you do have on your visa, you may need to fly in once a year or twice a year. But that's about it. So you can easily operate out of any part of the world.
Yes.
But you can have your business based and do your invoicing, money movements, etc. through the UAE.
And then I know entrepreneurs can get golden visas, but is there any differences between the process for a golden visa for, say, someone from the States or someone abroad? So if anyone's watching and you're not from the States but you're from elsewhere and you want to set up here, is there any differences between the golden visa I as an entrepreneur might get and they might get?
No, the categories of golden visa is same for anyone around the world. It does not matter whether you hold a US passport, Indian, Pakistani, or any other passport. The category is same. As long as you fall under the bracket of any one of the categories of either property owner, salary, or a skilled employee, you are eligible for that golden visa. It does not matter which country you come from.
So we've spoken about bringing the States to the UAE, but we also want to talk about... We're on it?
100%. I mean, I've got so many people interested. My team is talking to so many different channel partners, plus so many end users who are actually willing and interested to come to Dubai. We're literally going to start with their paperwork.
And what, by the way, is the biggest, in your view, sector, industry, or interest that people want to bring here, whether it's finance or?
Well, I got the maximum interest from tech industry because we were I was in LA, and plus I went to Silicon Valley to meet a few tech people. They were very interested to see if they can have a foot here, because having a presence in Middle East, they can easily cater the eastern part of the world. Wherein from the US office, they want to cater the West and the Europe. So they were already in the mindset of they want to have a foot in Dubai. So me being there and able to help them face to face actually got them very much interested and ready to start their journey in UAE. So
you bring a tech company to the UAE and then you need to talk to them about corporate tax. There's been big updates on it, and whenever there is tax mentioned in a headline, the questions just come from left, right and centre. So updates on corporate tax, what do people need to know?
As of the last update, there has been a couple more changes. It's just been imposed a bit more strictly now, because all new businesses and existing businesses have had time to sort of adjust to the fact that yes, it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's also like the same scenario when back in the day VAT was implemented. A lot of people didn't know what was going on, but then people slowly phased into it. They gradually understand what's going on. So now it's just a case that any businesses that have, this is the recent update, any businesses that have been set up in March or April have up until the end of June to be registered for corporate tax, and as a mandate. So any businesses that have been set up, obviously before that, it's obviously a mandate still, but from March and April also have to be registered for corporate tax.
And does this affect small businesses?
It's for every business in UAE. As long as they're registered in UAE, whether it's a free zone, offshore or mainland, you have to do the registration for corporate tax and within the timeline that is given. Otherwise, the FTA can impose a fine.
So what's the cost for setting up corporate tax?
We can get in touch depending on business sizes and things of that nature. So it's a bit of a variable. And you also have to understand, like, leaning into corporate tax, it is a case of sort of streamlining across the world, right? So we're sort of moving businesses in the right direction, and we want to be on the same playing field as other businesses already. So we want to sort of build that tax structure in the UAE the way it is with the rest of the world already.
So if a business comes to you specifically to Decisive Zone, what would you do to help them set up their corporate tax?
We take all their documents. I mean, ideally, we have already done the setup for the business, so we have all the documents. If not, we ask for the basic standard documents for the company, and then we go to the FTA website and we make sure we fill up all the forms to the perfection that any company do not end up getting a fine. And then we get them a corporate tax registration document that they must keep with themselves.
And what is the threshold for payment of corporate tax?
So for small and medium businesses, there's two thresholds. Your upper limit revenue has to be around $500,000 US, which translates to about 2 million dirham. And your net profit has to be over 250,000 dirham. And both of these you are eligible to sort of defer the payment of corporate tax till 2026 if you don't meet either of these criteria. But after the 2026 deadline, then you have to sort of pay the fine.
But that is the payment of corporate tax. I must insist that every company must register for the corporate tax with FTA by now or by end of June. Otherwise, they will start getting fined. It's not about the payment of corporate tax, which every company has got plenty of time to work that out. But for now, what is most important is every company must register for corporate tax with FTA.
So the UAE wants to regulate to get everyone on their books, and you guys are there to help them do that.
Correct.
So payment is null if the
it does not start
small.
until next year, so not that everyone needs to be worried about it today, but right now what is most important, every company must register for corporate tax.
And I feel like when you've been on the show before, there's always been some teasers, some insights. So we have to ask future trends, corporate tax in the UAE.
Right.
Should we be scared? Do you know what's coming?
No, not really. I really wouldn't. Even talking in the US, I must say that having a 9% corporate tax is not scary at all. If you compare to the other parts of the world, we are talking about 37%, 48%. Some countries have gone up to 65% corporate tax if you cross a particular threshold. Those countries, people are looking at 9% and they're like, what? Only 9%? And that too, once you cross a particular threshold, plus your earning is above a particular threshold, right? So 9% corporate tax is not to be worried at all. This is just, you need proper bookkeeping and accounting to maintain your books, get it audited. Then at the end of next year, when you actually declare your profits, based on that, you need to pay 9%, which is way below any country in this world today.
Because you also have to sort of compare, right? We have here a 9% on corporate earnings, but your personal income is still tax-free.
It's zero.
And we have that's staying the same.
That's staying
no
the
income.
same. There is nothing else coming. I mean, it's not as well. We all are
You have
praying
no
that.
insights. That's not happening.
No, there is no news whatsoever.
Okay,
on that.
that's what we need to know.
9% is the cost of security in Dubai.
Yes, let's just put it that way.
Okay, so we're happy with the numbers, but we just need to get our books in order if we are businesses.
100%.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. Experts on the topic from Decisive Zone, Mr. Golden Visa and Suhail Kumar. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you for having us once again.
Absolutely. That brings us to the end of the show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.